Good morning to all. Myself Manoj Kumar Bundela, Assistant Professor Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. So today we will discuss the production technology of cowpea. Cowpea, the scientific name of cowpea is Vigna anguiculata. Family is Fabaceae. It is an annual herbaceous crop. It is commonly called as black-eyed pea or China pea or marble pea. Well-developed taproot system. It is originated from Central Africa or India. Cowpea is originated from Central Africa or India. Cowpea, Vigna unguiculata L. This is the pods of cowpea and this is the fields of cowpea. Both are used for the vegetable purpose. It is a well adapted to relatively dry environment. India, Southeast Asia, Africa, Southern Europe, Central and South America is the major place where it is mainly grown. Africa is the first in area and production, followed by Nigeria. India, it is grown in small areas throughout the country for the green pods as a vegetable, grain and fodder purpose. Global production is around 5.5 metric ton from an area of 14.5 million hectare. In India, it accounts the 0.5 metric ton of production and 1.5 million hectare is area. The average productivity is 600 to 750 kg per hectare in India, whereas in world the total productivity is 450 kg per hectare. So Indian productivity is more as compared to the world productivity. It is grown in all over India, more particularly in central and peninsular India, Karnataka, Maharashtra, MP, Bihar, and these are the major states it is mainly grown. Uses: as a nutritional supplement to the cereal and an extender of animal protein. It is mainly used for the animal proteins. It is raw means leaves are eaten by the animals. The tender green leaves are prepared as a pot herb like spinach. The cowpea seeds, dry mature seeds are boiled as a fresh vegetables, canned, frozen, and used or a dry food. Means the green leaves are used for the dry fodder purpose and the leaves seeds they are used for the frozen seeds they are used for the preparation of vegetables. A green manure crop as a cover crop for the erosion control. So normally for nitrogen it will the nodules are present in the roots and they will fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So it is work as a green manure crop. It will increase the fertility of the soil. Cultivated from form of cowpea. So cowpea Vigna unguiculata. So it is have the different species that are mainly cultivated. So subgenus Unguiculata. It is cultivars can be roughly grouped into four cultivar groups. So normally Unguiculata have the four different groups. Unguiculata, Vigna Unguiculata cv biflora and Vigna Unguiculata cv categen. These bear the small seeded erect pods and grown mostly in South and Southeast Asia. Vigna unguiculata cv sesquipedalis's. It is also called as yard-long bean or asparagus bean. It is a very long, drooping pods eaten as a green vegetable. Long, drooping pods and that is eaten for the green vegetables. Next is textiles. These are very long, stout peduncles which are used for the extraction the textile fibers. Subspecies Tecantina. Tecantina most common wild form. Tecantina is most common wild form. Subspecies Menensis. It is a large flower and long calyx lobes. Pubescence. It has a short pubescence on leaves and stalk. Prostrate Protetta. It is a small leaflet with long inflorescence. Subspecies Tennis is a small glabrescent lobed leaflets. Subspecies Stenophila is a small glabrescent lobed leaflets. Morphology: it is mainly grown in 15 to 80 centimeter height. The height of the plant is 15 to 80 centimeter. Very strong taproot system. Stem is mostly procu- procument, often tinged with a purple color. The leaves are alternate, trifoliate with petioles 5 to 25 centimeter long. The lateral leaflets are opposite and asymmetrical. The central leaflet is symmetrical. The leaflets are round to rhombic in shape, may be entirely or slightly lobed with acute apex. The inflorescence is raceme. Inflorescence of cowpea is raceme. Seeds globular to reniform, smooth and wrinkled. The seed color varies from red, black, brown, green, white to white color. The seeds may be fully colored or spotted marbles. Spotted, marbled, piglet-eyed and blotched. So these are the seeds you can see. Different color seeds are available. Flowers, it has the white, creamy, yellow, mahua or purple colored flowers. The pods are 10 to 23 centimeter long, 10 to 15 seeds per pod. Seeds are globular to reniform, smooth and wrinkled. The seed color is varies from red, black, brown, green, white to buff white. Black, brown, green, white to buff white. The seeds may be fully colored or spotted, marbled, eyed and rose. So these are the seeds. This is the flowers you can see. Nutrient content: per 100 gram of edible portion it contains water content is 11%, protein content 23.4%, fat content 1.8%, carbohydrate content 63.3%, calcium 76 milligram, iron 5.7 milligram. So these are the nutrient content. Water is 11, protein 23.4, fat 1.8, carbohydrate 63.3, calcium 76 and iron 5.7. Soil: cowpea grown on a wide range of soil, sandy loamy to clay soil, ranging from acidic to basic. The pH is 4.5 to 8. It is mainly grown in sandy loamy to acidic soil. The primary soil requirements are good drainage and presence of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. So whatever the soil we have to select, it has a good drainage facility and it is means the bacteria is present in the soil. Sandy to clay loamy soils with well-drained conditions and heavy, the pH is 6 to 7 are best suited for getting the good yield. So normally the sandy loamy soils we use, the pH of the soil is 6 to 7. The crop is moderately susceptible to soil salinity. So it is a moderately susceptible to soil salinity. Climate requirement. It requires 300 to 400 mm rainfall. It tolerant to heat and dry condition and susceptible to waterlogging. Tolerant to heat and dry condition and susceptible to waterlogging. The temperature required is 25 to 35 degrees centigrade. It is sensitive to cold and frost. The optimum photo period for induction of flowering is 8 to 14 hours. So it required the optimum photo period is 8 to 14 hours it required for induction of flowers. Temperature is 25 to 35. It is sensitive to cold and frost. Land preparation: one plowing followed by a harrowing ensure the good weed control and suitable seedbed. It depends on the season, soil type. Means whenever we go for land preparation, first we have to go for to use the harrow. With the help of harrow, we will go for deep harrowing, so that it will control the we can control the weeds growth, and whatever the inside soil is there that will be exposed to the sunlight. Seed rate: 25 to 30 kg per hectare for grain purpose, 25 to 30 kg per hectare for grain purpose, and 40 kg per hectare for the fodder purpose. 40 kg per hectare for the fodder purpose, 25 to 30 kg per hectare for the grain purpose. The seed treatment with Capton and Thyron, 2.5 gram per kg. So normally the fungal disease, when we go for direct sowing of the seed, there is attack of fungal disease. So to control the fungal disease, we spray the Capton and Thyron, 2.5 gram per kg of the seeds. The rhizobium strains cowpea 109, TAL 169, DC6 and GMBS1. So these are the rhizobium strains we can use for the seed treatment. Spacing is 45 into 10 centimeter. When sowing is done at the optimum time under the late sowing condition, the spacing of 30 into 10 centimeter is recommended. When the sowing is done optimum time under the late sowing condition, the spacing is 30 into 10 centimeter is recommended. For spreading type, the spacing is 45 into 10 to 15 centimeter. For non-spreading type, the spacing is 30 into 5 to 10 centimeter. So these are the two types. One is spreading type, second one is non-spreading type. So for non-spreading type, the spacing is less because they will spread, and non-spreading type, the spacing is more. Time of planting. Generally a kharif crop, but in cropping system in Rabi also it is cultivated. Normally first is a kharif crop, but it is also cultivated in Rabi crop. The plant cowpea, there is a sufficient soil moisture for germination. Kharif, depending on the onset of monsoon, early June to end of the July. The Kharif season, the time is depends on the onset of monsoon, early June to July. In Rabi season, the October to November, the time of sowing is October to November. In summer season, before April, we will go for sowing. Recommended varieties. The traditional varieties are Cyb- Cybearus and susceptible to the viral and bacterial disease. The highly photosensitive, late maturity with viney growth habit. It is a highly photosensitive crop, late maturity with vine growth. For grain purpose, recommended varieties are NP2, NP7 and C32, T1, K11 and K14. For the fodder purpose, Gent, Russian Gent T2, K397, C22 and C55. These are used for the fodder purpose, and for grain purpose NP2, NP7. For vegetable purpose, Pusa Falguni, Pusa Basati and FS6. So these are used for the vegetable purpose. As the grain as the grain type are Cybearus and late maturity, though the breeding program for short duration crop and high yield disease resistance varieties. So we can go for breeding. For breeding, we can develop the varieties for the short duration, high yielding and disease resistance. Like C9, C10, these are the lines we can use to develop these type of variety resistance varieties we can develop. Pusa Barsati, it is a rainy season variety. Barsati means Barsat, it is mainly grown in rainy season. Pusa Falguni, it is a summer season crop, it is mainly grown in summer season. Pusa Do Fasli, it is grown in both season, in summer season also, in rainy season also. That's why it is called as Pusa Do Fasli. Recommended varieties. So varieties which are grown in Tamil Nadu, CO1, Vamban, CO5, Pannur 1. So these are mainly grown in Tamil Nadu. Varieties which are grown in Kerala, Krishnamani and Kankanmani. So these are mainly grown in Kerala. Varieties which are grown in Andhra Pradesh. The Andhra Pradesh growing varieties are Pusa Basati, Pusa Falguni and Pusa Dofasli. In Karnataka and Maharashtra also Pusa Basati, Pusa Falguni and Pusa Dofasli. So these are the major varieties are growing. In Madhya Pradesh, the major growing varieties are Subhra, KBC2, Durga Kranti, Pusa Swarna, Pusa Sampada and Pusa Rasmi. In Gujarat, GC1, Gujarat Cowpea 3 and Pusa 152. In Rajasthan, Pusa Sampada, Pusha Rasmi, Rambhau, Subhra. So these are mainly grown in Rajasthan. In Bihar, Pusa Sampada, Pusha Rashmi, In UP, Pusa Sampada, Pusha Rashmi. So Pusa Sampada, Pusha Rashmi, Subra. So these are the varieties. They are grown in UP, Bihar, Gujarat, Rajasthan. So these in all areas they are growing. Planting method. So there are two methods we use. First is flat bed method. Second is raised bed method. Either we can prepare the flat bed and we can sow the seeds, or we can go for raised bed. The planting is manually or with the help of row seeder we can use on the ridge and flat beds depending on the field drainage condition. So normally if we are preparing the ridge and furrow if we are preparing, then we can use the seeder we can use. But if you are preparing the bed, in beds also we can sow the seeds with the help of hand sowing we can do. Plants one plant per hill. Normally we will plant the one plant per hill. The indeterminate type of varieties it required 45 to 90 centimeter spacing. Seed rate is 10 to 20 kg per hectare. For indeterminate variety, the seed rate is less 10 to 20 kg per hectare and spacing is more 45 into 90 centimeter. Cowpea cropping system. Growing a sole crop or a intercrop or a mixed crop or a sequence cropping with the other crop. It is grown as an intercrop in most of the kharif crop. The significant control of Cyprus protandus and a higher net profit in maize, cowpea, potato, mustard. Maize, cowpea or potato mustard sequence have been reported. These are the best combination maize, cowpea or potato mustard. The intercropping of sorghum plus cowpea, maize plus cowpea, pearl millet plus cowpea, pigeon pea plus cowpea. So these are used as a intercropping system. Cropping system followed in India are rice, wheat, cowpea, pearl millet, wheat, cowpea, red gram, wheat, cowpea, rice, cowpea, sorghum, red gram, cowpea, wheat, and these are the different. Sorry, these are the different systems we can use. Cropping system. Next is crop management. So crop management means regularly we will go for weeding of the crops if the weeds are there, harrowing, and application of different fertilizers. So fertilizer, it is a highly responsive to the basal dose. It is a highly responsive to fertilizers. So in basal dose, we will apply the FIM 5 to 10 ton per hectare, nitrogen 20 to 25 kg per hectare, phosphorus 30 to 40 kg per hectare, and potassium 20 to 25 kg per hectare. So these all we apply as a basal dose when we go for land preparation. The balanced application of 25, 50, 25 kg of NPK improve the performance of the crop. So it is recommended to apply the 25, 50 and 25 NPK kg per hectare to increase the performance of the crop. Water management. Around the 300 to 400 mm water is required. One or two or the critical stage in case of monsoon failure or a for a kharif crop. In kharif crop, normally when we grow, if the monsoon will not come, if the rain will is very less, then we will go for application of water. In summer crop, frequently it needs the water. Summer means the temperature is more, so frequently it requires the water. IWCP ratio is 1.5 with 60 mm water per irrigation recorded, more than double to the yield of the crop irrigated at the seedling. Flowering and pod development stage means the critical stage of irrigation is flowering stage and pod development stage. So these are the critical stage of the fruit development. So that time we have to compulsory we have to apply the water. Weed control. Up to 75% losses are left, like means 75% of losses is due to the weeds only. The critical period is 10 to 40 days after earthing up we have to apply the, we will go for the weeding. Clean cultivation, use of weed-free seeds, optimum plant populations. We have to maintain the optimum plant population. We use the weed-free seedlings, one head weeding 30 days after sowing. I mean, one head weeding we have to do 30 days after sowing, and one intercultivation reduce the weeds. The herbicides we can use, like pre-emergence herbicides we can use, like pendimethalin 0.75 kg per hectare, or PPI or flucloxylin we can use 1 kg per hectare. So these are the herbicides we can use. Either we can use the herbicide or we can go for the hand weeding. So hand weeding is the best. Pruning: When cowpea is grown on a very fertile soil, when irrigation is excessive during the vegetative phase, so that time we will go for the pruning. The irrigation should be reduced or the vine prune. When we go for pruning of the vine, that time we will reduce the irrigation. We will not apply the more quantity of irrigation. If more irrigation there, the vegetative growth will be stopped. Harvesting: The harvesting at three different stages of maturity. There are three different stages of maturity for harvesting. If we are going for the green snaps, so 40 to 45 to 60 days after sowing, we will go for harvesting green snap. If we are going for green mature, then 60 to 90 days after sowing, 60 to 90 days after sowing, we will harvest for green mature. For dry purpose if we are going, then 90 to 110 days after planting we will go for harvesting. So green snap 45 to 60, green mature 60 to 90, and dry 90 to 110. So it is depends on the days after planting. So harvesting is depends upon the days after planting. Temperature, we will check the temperature is more or less and use the mechanical harvesters, or we can use the manual. Either we can use the mechanical harvester or we can use the manually we will go for harvesting. Post-harvest technology: The dry cowpea seeds are cleaned, graded, fumigated, packed in a small plastic bag for sales to the consumer. Cowpea seeds, cleaned, graded, fumigated, packed in the small plastic bags to sell to the consumer. The moisture content is reduced up to the 8 to 9% for safe storage. So for storage of cowpea, the moisture content will be 8 to 9%. It is not less than that. Less than that. Pest and disease. So first is kola rot. Disease kola rot. It is by Pythium or Rhizoctonia. It is mainly a fungal disease. So it is controlled by the soil drains with COC, copper oxychloride, 3 grams per liter of water. Avoid the continuous cropping of cowpea in same field. We will not grow the cowpea in the same field for again and again. Avoid the excess nitrogen application. If you apply the more quantity of nitrogen, then also the kola rot will come. So these are the symptoms. Kola rot in cowpea. You can see the symptoms. The root will develop a stem, and from the roots will not develop properly. Web blight, Rhizoctonia solani. The symptoms: small circular reddish-brown spots will develop on the leaf. Small circular reddish-brown spots develop on the leaf. The mycelia of Rhizoctonia solani are visible on the undersurface of the leaves and young stem. To control this, we can use the disease-free seeds, avoid the dense planting, use the fungicides like Mancozeb 2 gram or Carbendazim 3 gram per liter of water we can use to control the Rhizoctonia solani. Use the disease-free seeds, avoid the dense planting, use the fungicides like Mancozeb and Carbendazim. So these are the symptoms of web blight. It is developed on the leaf. So web spots will develop on the leaf. This cowpea yellow mosaic. So the leaf symptoms are vary from the green mottle to the severe mosaic leaf distortion, blistering, and plant death. So normally the color of the leaf will be changed. The color of the leaf will be changed. The green means the process of photosynthesis will be stopped, and that is the cause of the death of the plant. Use the resistance cultivars. Plant disease-free seeds. When we go for planting of the seeds will be disease-free. Control the vector with insecticides like acephate we can use, or monocrotophos we can use. These are the symptoms of cowpea yellow mosaic. So the leaves will be start yellowing. The chlorophyll content in the leaf will be reduced. Central disease like anthracnose. So these are the anthracnose symptoms if we can see on the pods, and fungal blight. So this is the blight disease. The symptoms will develop on the leaf. The upper surface of the leaf will start drying. Pest. In pest, first one is leaf hopper. Leaf hopper is controlled by dimethoate 40 EC. 2 ml per liter of water we can apply. Acephate we can use 1.5 gram per liter of water. Pod borer or chlorophyll 2.5 ml per liter of water. So these are the we can use to control the pod borer and leaf hopper. These are the leaf hoppers. You can say these are the leaf hoppers, the pod borer. These are the aphids, scale, and bug. So these three we can control by the dimethylate 910C 1820 ml per liter of water. Scale bug and mealybug. So these are the symptoms of scale bug and mealybug. So whatever the disease which are transmitted by the virus, so that disease we can control by the different method. Like we can use the cultural method. So in cultural method means sometime what will happen the soil, some eggs also are present inside the soil. So we will go for soil solarization. We will expose the soil to the sunlight so that the whatever the larvae are present they will die. So like this we can go. Second, we can use the sticky traps we can use. Yellow sticky traps we can use, water traps we can use, light traps we can use to control the insect attack. Because insect they will attack to the this type of traps, light they will attack and we will die them. We can use the resistance varieties. We can develop the resistance variety that is resistant to the that particular virus, bacteria or disease. We can use the neem seed kernel extract, neem oil, neemazole. So these are the different neem products we can use. So these are also used to control the insect and trichoderma we can use. So these are the different methods we can use to control the aphids and insects. So we can control the viral disease. This is all about the today's class. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to all. Myself Manoj Kumar Gundala, Assistant Professor, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. So we are discussing about the production technology of vegetable and spices. So today we will discuss about the seed spices. Seed spices normally coriander, cumin, fenugreek and fennel. They are comes under the seed spices. First is coriander. The scientific name of coriander is Coriandrum sativum. Family is Apiaceae. So varieties CO1, CO2, CO3, CS287, current CIMCOS33, CS2, COCR4, GAU1, UD1, UD2, UD20, UD21. So these are the some important varieties of coriander. Sowing time. The time of sowing is June, July in Kharif season, in September, October in Rabi season. The spacing is 20 into 15 centimeter or 15 into 15 centimeter spacing. Fertilizers and manuring. So 10 to 15 tons of FIM, 30, 40 and 20 kg of NPK per hectare. So NPK is 30, 40 and 20. So nitrogen we apply in 3 split dose. First dose we apply during the preparation of land, means 15 kg, 10 kg of nitrogen, 40 kg of phosphorus and 20 kg of potassium we apply at initial stage. Remaining 2 doses we apply 15 days interval. So you can see this is the coriander leaf, coriander flowers and coriander fruits will start. Next is seed rate. The seed rate of coriander is 10 to 12 kg per hectare for irrigated condition and 20 kg per hectare for rain-fed condition. Seed treatment. Splitting of seeds into two halves, and after that we will go for treatment of the seeds. Treatment of the seeds with Agrocen GN for Thyron, 2 gram per kg of the seeds, and Trichoderma we can use 4 to 6 gram per kg of the seeds to control the fungal disease. Thyron is mainly used to control the fungal disease. Sowing method. So either we can go for broadcasting method or we can go for line sowing method. So before sowing the seeds, seeds are soaked in water for 8 to 12 hours. So to increase the germination. So if we keep the seeds in water, so it will increase the germination. Seed depth should be just 2.5. When we sow the seeds, the depth of the seed is 2.5 centimeter. Manure and fertilizer. One third of nitrogen and full dose of P and K should be applied in basal dose. Basal dose means during the preparation of land. Remaining two-thirds should be applied in two equal split dose. Top dressing 30 and 60 days after sowing. So one third we apply during the preparation of land with full dose of P and K. Remaining the two-third and a two-third we apply in two split dose. First top dressing in 30 days and 60 days after sowing we have to apply. Irrigation. First irrigation is given immediately after sowing and the second on the third day. So first irrigation is given immediately after sowing and second we have to give on the third day. Subsequent irrigation at 7 to 10 days interval. Then again we have to give the irrigation in 7 to 10 days interval. We have to irrigate the crops. Crop rotation. So normally we will not grow same crop and all time. So first we grow maize, then potato, then we grow the coriander. In summer moong we can grow, bajra we can grow, then we can go for coriander. Rice, coriander, summer moong, green gram, Bengal gram, coriander, okra we can go, cowpea, coriander, okra we can go, cluster bean, coriander, summer maize we can go. So these are the crop rotations we can use. So we cannot grow the same crop in all the time. Next is harvesting. The 100 to 150 days according for the seed purpose and for leaf purpose normally it is harvested in 30 to 45 days after sowing. 30 to 45 days after sowing, the green leaf is harvested, and 100 to 120 days after sowing, we are harvest for the seed purpose. Coriander is called as dhania. So you can see the seeds of dhania is the coriander leaf, and it is in green stage. The yield is 4.5 to 6 quintal per hectare for rain-fed condition, 8 to 12 quintal per hectare seeds, plus 5 to 7 quintal per hectare leaf for irrigated condition. 4.5 to 6 quintal per hectare for rain-fed condition and for irrigated condition 8 to 12 quintal per hectare. Rain-fed condition we will get more seeds and the leaf is 5 to 7 quintal per hectare for irrigated condition. The leaf alone 50 to 80 quintal per hectare with 3 to 4 cuttings. 50 to 80 quintal per hectare leaf alone we will get and 4 to 3 to 4 cuttings we will get. The improved variety we will get 27 quintal per hectare of the yield. If we use the improved variety, the yield will be 27 quintal per hectare of seeds. Next is fenugreek. Trigonella phoenugracum, Trigonella phoenugracum or Trigonella coriculata. Family is Leguminosae. Varieties land selection 1. It is a selection from the germplasm. It is mainly grown in Anguri, AP, Andhra Pradesh. It is tolerant to powdery mildew, root rot, caterpillar and aphids. Pusa early benching. Pusa early benching. It is developed by IARI. Pusa means it is developed by IARI. It is resistant to downy mildew and root rots. Rajendra Kranti. It is a pure line selection from Raghunathpur local. Pure line selection from Raghunathpur local. COA Muzaffarpur. The institute released from COA College of Agriculture Muzaffarpur tolerant to leaf spot took for the intercropping. Hisar Sonali. It is a pure line selection from local HAU Hisar. It is developed from HAU Hisar. It is a moderately tolerant to root rot and aphid. Next is CO1. It is a selection from germplasm. CO1. Coimbatore 1. TNA. It is developed from Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Dual purpose variety involved at Tamil Nadu Agriculture University. Tolerant to root rot. RMT1. Pure line selection. It is a pure line selection from Nagaur local. RAU Jogner. It is released from Rajasthan Agriculture University Jogner. It is a moderate resistant to root rot and tolerant to powdery mildew. RMT 143. RMT 143. Rajasthan Methi 143. Rajasthan Methi 1. Pure line selection from local. The seeds mature. It is also released from Arayu Jogner. Seed mature in 140 to 150 days after sowing. It is moderately resistant to powdery mildew. This variety is also moderately resistant to Saudi mildew. Sowing time is June, July and October, November. June, July and October, November. Seed rate is 12 kg per hectare. Seed rate is 12 kg per hectare. Spacing is 20 into 15 centimeter. Seed treatment. The azospirillum seed are treated with azospirillum 1.5 kg per hectare. For Trichoderma viride, we can use 50 gram per hectare for 12 kg of seeds. The azospirillum 1.5 kg per hectare and Trichoderma viride 50 gram per hectare we can use for 12 kg of seeds. Manure and fertilizer. FIM 20 to 25 ton per hectare, beds and channels of 3.5 to 1.5 meter. Manure and fertilizers we apply 20 to 25 ton per hectare, beds and channels. The spacing is 3.5 into 1.5 meter. NPK is 30, 25, 40. 30 kg of nitrogen, 25 kg of phosphorus and 40 kg of potassium we have to apply. Irrigation. First irrigation is given immediately after sowing. Immediately after sowing we have to go for first irrigation. Second on the third day and subsequent at 7 to 10 days interval. 7 to 10 days interval we have to irrigate the crop. Harvesting. So 20 to 25 days for green. If you are harvesting for the green methi, 20 to 25 days and 90 to 100 days for grains if you are growing for the grains. And the total yield is for green 4 to 5 ton per hectare and for grains 500 to 700 kg per hectare. Is fennel. Phoeniculatum vulgare. Phoeniculatum vulgare Millet. Family is Apiaceae. Fennel. Family is Apiaceae. This is a fennel. Varieties: CO1, UF3032, PF35 and Gujarat Fennel 1. These are the some important varieties. Season of planting. In hilly areas, the May-June, in plains October-November. Hilly areas May-June, in plains October-November. The seed at direct sowing 9 to 12 gram per hectare seed rate for direct sowing. For transplanted 3 to 4 gram per hectare we use. For transplanted we use 3 to 4 gram per hectare seed rate. For 5 to 6 weeks. Spacing is 16 to 30 centimeters. Thinning is required for direct seeded one. If you are going for direct seeded one, then thinning is very important operation. If we go for broadcasting of the seeds. Irrigation. First irrigation should be given immediately after sowing and second irrigation on the third day and subsequent irrigation is 7 to 10 days interval. First irrigation immediately after sowing, second irrigation third day we have to give and irrigation we have to give 7 to 10 days interval. Manure and fertilizer. 50 10 0 means it is not required potassium. We have to apply 50 kg of nitrogen and 10 kg of phosphorus we have to apply. Harvesting. The crop is mature in 7 to 8 months. Harvest the umbels 4 to 5 times at 10 to 15 days interval. Means umbels are harvested in 4 to 5 times in 10 to 15 days interval. Dry in sun for 4 to 5 days and seeds are threshed. Dry, then we have to take the seeds. The total yield is 500 to 750 kg per hectare per year. Next is cumin. Cuminum cyminum. Family is Apiaceae. Cuminum cyminum family is Apiaceae. Varieties S404, MC40, Gujarat cumin 1, Gujarat cumin 2, Gujarat cumin 3, Rajasthan seeds 1, UC 198, Rajasthan jeera 19. So cumin is also called as jeera, Rajasthan jeera 19. Seed rate is 12 to 15 kg per hectare. Seed rate is 12 to 15 kg per hectare. Season is November. Planting time is November. Seed treatment. The Normally we can use the Hyron or diapolyten. We can use 3 gram per kg of seeds for seed treatment because the damping of and to control the soil-borne disease we have to use the Hyron 3 gram per kg of seeds. Soaking in water for 8 hours. Means before sowing the seeds, we have to soak the seeds into the water for 8 hours to increase the germination percentage. Manure and fertilizers. So it required 15 to 20 ton of FIM, 30, 15 means only 30 kg of nitrogen, 15 kg of phosphorus. It not required the potassium. Harvesting. The period of harvesting is 110 to 115 days. It takes 115 days for days after sowing we have to go for harvesting. Plant turns yellowish brown color when we go for harvesting. Cutting and uprooting of entire plant. When we go for harvesting, we have to cut the plant and uproot the entire plant. The yield is 600 to 700 kg per hectare. Total yield is 600 to 700 kg per hectare. Next is N seeds. N seed Phoeniculum vulgare. Phoeniculum vulgare Umbelliferae. Family is Umbelliferae. Phoeniculum vulgare. N seeds. Varieties: UF35, UF8, UF31, UF12, UF103, Udaipur, Udaipur Fennel 12, Udaipur Fennel 31, Udaipur Fennel 8, Punjab Fennel 35, Rajasthan Fennel 17. So these are the some important varieties. Seed rate is 10 to 12 kg per hectare. It requires seed rate 10 to 12 kg per hectare. Season is September to October. Planting time is September to October. Planting method. So normally we prepare the nursery in mid of August and then we go for transplanting in 45 to 50 days after sowing. Transplanting is 45 to 50 days after sowing. Manure and fertilizers 10 FIM we have to apply 60-60-40 NPK. 60 of kg of nitrogen, 60 kg of phosphorus and 40 kg of potassium we have to apply. Harvesting. The vegetables are for vegetable purpose 40 to 50 days after sowing it is ready for harvesting. For seed purpose 185 to 210 days after sowing we have to go for harvesting. The yield is 8 to 10 quintal per hectare. Yield is 8 to 10 quintal per hectare. Thank you. So this is all about the seed spices. So these are the major seed spices that is mainly grown in Rajasthan. There is a not so much release varieties for these whole seed spices. So that's all about today's class. Thank you.